Welcome back to DajibanLife. As you can see here, I'm back here to do some work. Today, not really today exactly, but today sort of marks the 1 year anniversary since my Dajibanniversary, I guess you want to call it. It's been about a year since I've been living in my van, and to celebrate it, I thought I'd have this ice cold Capri Sun fruit punch, as kind of my celebration. I like these, they're good. Ah, delicious. Woo! It's also hot today. It's about 96 degrees, so that really helped out. I thought today I would not only celebrate my Dajibanniversary, but also kind of cover what my van cost and kind of go over, what the benefits have been for me in the year that I've been living inside of my Dajiban. First off, I want to thank you guys for subscribing. I didn't think that many people would be interested in me building out a Dodge van. So thank you, and let's get to the cost breakdown. First off, there's obviously the cost of the van, which was $800 in cash. And when I bought the van, it needed new tires, which were $825. So the tires are actually more expensive than the van itself, which I think is kind of funny. Now, when I got the van, it was kind of in bad shape and it needed some repairs, and I spent about $1,000 in repairs. So the total cost of a safely running and driving van was $26.25. The next thing that I did was to make the van livable. So getting all the insulation, the sound deadening, all that kind of stuff was another $1,000 to kind of kit out the interior. My solar system, or my solar generator, whatever you want to call it, that includes the batteries, the case, all the wiring and stuff that I needed. All of that cost me $3,600. So the total cost for my van life build out was $7,225. I definitely didn't have to spend that much money on my solar system, but I figured since I didn't want to sacrifice anything from having a normal life as far as electricity goes, I decided to bite the bullet on that one. And I didn't plan it so that I would only use it in my van. It's a modular piece, so I can take it out and use it someplace else as a portable power source. But I tend to include all the accessories that I would need in order to live in that van to my total cost. A lot of people who live in their vans don't count the cost of all the accessories, such as the fridge, your hot plate, your bed, stuff like that you need in order to live in your van, but maybe you don't count towards the cost of your build, because those aren't actually things that you build into the van. Those are things you put in it, that you use. But I like to include that, and all those accessories cost about $1,600. So in all, just to make the van livable the way I wanted to live in it, right, it cost me about $9,000. And then I spent another about $2,500 on mods, and that's all like lowering the van, buying a tune-up kit for it, new plugs and wires, new wheels, just stupid stuff that I didn't really have to do. Like buying golden lug nuts, spiky golden lug nuts. Yeah, that's that's sweet. It's sick, man. and all the like hentai stickers and stuff I have on it. So that brings my total cost for living in my Dajiban to $11,500. So as you can see, if you depreciate the cost of the van over the year that I've been living in it, I've been averaging about $1,000 a month, which isn't great. I mean, I would have probably paid that much to rent a room somewhere, but now I do own a van that is basically a free place to live from here on out, right? If I had given my money to a landlord, I would have nothing to show for it, versus you know, building this basically like a bug out vehicle that in case like the apocalypse happened, I have somewhere, you know, I have some place to be. And when I first started living in it, I, you know, thought I would do it for a year at least, just to break even, so that, you know, it's a wash if I decide I didn't like it anymore. And then the plan was to do it for maybe 2 years if I found it okay, and then maybe 3 max. So at this point, I think I'm just gonna keep moving forward and look at 1 more year. I just don't like the idea of handing my money over to someone I don't know, you know, for no reason. I work hard for that money just to give it to someone else, just for a place to sleep. It doesn't make sense, you know what I mean? So I'd rather keep that money and, you know, do what I want with it. You know, I'd rather be the one profiting than being profited off of, you know what I mean? And so the van life has been great for me so far. I mean, there are certain downsides to it, obviously, especially during a pandemic. It's been pretty, you know, rough, I would say, but nothing worse than, you know, living in a tank for like a month at a time. Honestly, you know what I mean? It's really not that bad. You know, suffering is temporary. And for anyone else thinking about living the van life, I would say go for it. It's not going to be easy. It's challenging. There's certain things that you need to figure out for yourself. I can't really, you know, tell you all the, you know, things to look out for or whatever, because everyone's different. Like, problems for me might not be problems for you. You know, maybe you will deal with things much easier than I have, and other things maybe I deal with better than you do, you know. So, you know, if you're sick of paying rent, then I highly recommend just, you know, getting a van and doing it. For the most part, the cops won't bother you, especially if your van is kind of nondescript. Yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts after a year of living in my van. It's been a great Dajibanniversary. You know, the Capri Sun was delicious. Next year, hopefully, you know, I'll upgrade the Capri Sun to a Sunny D or something like that. You know, maybe even a Twix bar. Maybe I'll drift it next year on a track. So look out for that. And thanks for watching.